Yay! Tariffs are back! Woohoo! Woohoo! Thank you, Donald Trump. Make America great again. Thank you. Massive tariff hike on Chinese imports to the United States. This is why the market's dumping. And I knew for a fact tariffs weren't gone. I knew it. As long as Donald Trump is in charge, I just knew, bruh. And this could be looked at as a retest of this here, of this yellow line. But usually with 3 days down, that is alarm bells. Now we're only 2 days down at the moment. But every time we've had 3 days down, we see major corrections, bruh. Every single time we nuke. And this isn't a good sign because BTC is not the only thing dropping. It's absolutely everything. Ethereum's tanking. Your favourite altcoin XRP is tanking. It's getting smoked. And how long will this last? Because even with the stocks that I'm looking at, it's looking scary. I got stopped out of some trades. And yeah, everything's down. I even sold my other silver position just to make some profits. But everything's down basically apart from Pepsi. So the market is in tremendous fear. Now I said, and I mentioned the 3 days down, and if you're not careful with the 3 days down on Bitcoin, we are going to get cooked. Because it looks nasty anyway, man. If we get 3 days down here, expect a major correction and it may well be over. So I hope you've taken your profits and you were happy with the ride, because this may be all we're getting. I think Bitcoin dominance is also going up in October when everyone was saying Uptober. But hopefully it has topped out and it can roll over. We want a little bit of a higher push towards the upside, and we need a lower high. And if we can get that and it can dump, and then Bitcoin actually starts to do what it's supposed to do, which is pump, because gold and silver have now topped, which means, look at this, gold looks awful. Gold actually looks horrific. Silver still looks okay, but it's going to follow gold, especially if it does consolidate. Now, what usually pumps after gold and silver? Bitcoin. Now, if Bitcoin can't pump, we're going to give it the next few days to weeks. After that, bro, it's dusted. The market's got... Look at how horrific this chart looks, man. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but someone has to warn you and tell you. Because on the daily it looks nasty, it looks like it wants to go lower, especially on the RSI because it was overbought beforehand. On the weekly it looks like that, unless it wants to push a little bit higher, do a double top on the RSI, and then it is GG's. It's night, it's dusted. You didn't make money? Well, you're going to have to wait another few years, a very long time. Nasty, man. I didn't mention, due to my head loss, that we've actually broken down from this descending wedge as well, which is actually more dangerous. Because if you look at this now, and you look at major supports on Bitcoin, the supports are sitting around where we are now, and then even lower to about 108k. And if we zoom out, maybe even lower than that to about 100k. So if this 108k doesn't hold, we're probably heading towards 100k, which is nasty work. And that is if we don't hold this current support at 117k. Now if we check the liquidations, because I lost my mind there. I literally lost my mind. Let's actually do the proper research which we're supposed to conduct. And we need to chill out and see if there is more liquidations here. Because if there is, that means we are absolutely and utterly cooked, because that could also give us information regarding the 3 days down, because if we get 3 days down, there's a lot of liquidity at 113k. That's one thing. What about on the 3 month? What about on the 3 month? Has it flushed us out? About where we are now, and then about 108k where I mentioned before. Now this could be a higher low. If we actually take off from here, it's not a bad thing. It could be a fake out downwards, but I don't see that at all, because I see weakness in the chart. The chart doesn't lie, and the chart is telling us that it doesn't look good. If we reach this oversold region, maybe a bit lower, about 113k. It makes sense, 113k. Believe we're going down to 113k. What about the liquidation map? If we've got more longs, the longs have been flushed on the daily, flushed on the 7 daily, and flushed not on the 30 day. Damn, bruh. So if we go to about 113k, 1.47 billion worth of longs. If we go to 105, it'll be 4 billion of longs liquidated. So I think 105 to 113k is the next target, and that is where we'll be DCAing down with stop losses, because we are in genuine dangerous territory. This could be the beginning of the end. Because look at where we've come from, man. How long has this got to run? Probably not too long.